Okay, how y'all doing today? Basically, I'm gonna give you a demonstration on how to do rear brakes on a Nissan Murano 2014. Basically, they're the same all the way around, if I'm not mistaken, all the way up on the brakes. But you know, first things first, you want to jack the back of the vehicle up. Always want to make sure you got a jack stand or something for safety. Basically, how this is going to work is you want to jack the car up like we did over there. You have two bolts, 1, 2. Those are the two bolts that's actually holding the caliper. This is actually called a floating caliper. So the caliper moves side to side, basically, inside there. That's why when you do the brakes, you actually always want to grease these pins when you put them back inside there, so the pins can move freely inside there. But basically, it's very simple. We're just going to change pads on this one today. We're going to take these two bolts out, and we'll get back to it. All right, so we're back now. So basically, like I told y'all before, we got to loosen up these two bolts right here. This one is going to be fairly easy with a socket. You're going to use a 14mm socket, but if you look close, let me get my camera right in between here, you're not going to be able to fit a socket or a ratchet. So you're going to need a 14mm wrench, which I have right here. And basically what I did is I used my 14mm wrench to break this bolt right here. So basically, I broke this bolt. I'm going to loosen it up some. We're going to loosen this up some. Now, some people will use a C-clamp, something to that nature, to pull a piston back on the brake pads. I've been doing brakes for a while. I've been in the profession for a long time. So basically, I'm gonna cheat a little bit. You know, for people who don't know what I mean. Basically, you see you have grooves inside there. So basically, I'm just gonna go ahead and get the flathead in one of them grooves and push the pin in. So basically, I'm depressing my caliper before I even take it off. Okay? If you look right here, see how much more play I got inside there? I just pushed it in my caliper. Usually that's how I do mine. Now I'm gonna take the pins off. Like I said, you always want to make sure you grease those when you put those back in. And basically, rear brakes, front brakes, they'll all be the same, no matter. Bam. Easy as that. This bolt is not gonna come out all the way. Don't worry about it. Basically, we just dropped it. I already depressed in my piston. I'm gonna go ahead and change the pads. Just pull them out. You can definitely see it was well overdue. And if I don't know better, I think I have lifetime warranty on these pads. Duralast. Not too sure, but I'll check. I'm gonna pause the video for a minute, get some more stuff to go over with y'all, and I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. So basically, like I was telling you, you would definitely need the grease to lube the pins back up, put them back in. All right, definitely want to do it. Those goes actually on the pin. I got some here, I haven't spreaded it on yet, but you put it on the pin. We're gonna spread it all over the pin. You're gonna stick the pin back inside. Basically, that's how that's gonna work. Also as well, I got a can of AutoZone brake cleaner. To be honest with you, AutoZone got a deal. You get the brake cleaner, you get the lubricant, and you will get also the brake fluid. all for $5. Awesome deal. Probably will never use the brake fluid unless you're bleeding the brakes, but hey, you know what? Keep it. So basically what I'm gonna do is, see all that dirt? I just like to clean my stuff off, you know, clean all inside there. Get it all nice and cleaned up. You know what I'm saying? Just do it right. Make sure no old dirt, nothing's on there. There you go. Brake cleaner dries fast. You don't have to do nothing to it. You can see it for yourself. It will dissolve its own self away. Alright, now self-explanatory how to put the pads back on. You know, you want to always keep the shape to where put this one on the side. Whatever. Don't matter. Just having some difficulties, hard doing it with one hand. Alright, actually, give me a minute. I'll be right back. Alright, we're back. So basically what I did is I put the one with the anti-slider in the back so it's on top. So it fits in easy. You can see it right there. This one, same thing, the way you slide it out, slide it back in like that. Put your caliper on top. Like that. Sorry for that. Calipers in. Screw your pin back in. Screw your pin back in. Got my other pin right here. Let me just go ahead and put it in there. Got my pins back in. Calipers back in flushed after I cleaned it. Got me one of them little snap-on tools that come handy. Make sure your boot goes back flush with whatever you do. I'm gonna put a wrench on that to tighten that. And like I said, you're not gonna be able to. Let me show y'all right now. There's no way you're gonna be able to get a wrench or a regular one or a ratchet in there. Sometimes I got an adjustable, a ratchet wrench. You know, and that's what I'm gonna basically use to get this back in. Going the wrong way. You notice how my boot just jumped back in place. And we are done. That's basically how you do rear brakes on a Murano. You're gonna repeat the same process for the other side. Definitely before you start your vehicle, you want to pump your brakes. Pump your brakes, make sure the fluid goes back through. The piston will actually close up. Your brake pedal will get hard before you leave. You always want to do that before you do brakes, because you could pull out and don't have no pedal and accidentally hit somebody. But basically, in a nutshell, it's just that easy to change pads on the Murano. You don't let nobody tell you different. 2 bolts, drop them out, pull the pads out, put them back together, tighten your bolts up. I showed y'all a little trick with the flathead screwdriver. A lot of people like to use a C-clamp. They'll use a C-clamp to push that in. That's perfectly fine, you know. Everybody to each his own. Like I said, I just used mine, found me a thing, bam, pushed it in. It was all said and done. Y'all see how easy it was. This is Z2 Motorsports TV. You know, thank y'all for watching, subscribing. Nissan Murano, rear brakes, 2014.